Can't Stay, a podcast about two sisters.
I can't have a fun intro? I'm Allyson.
That intro was very...
I'm Allyson. Fun, trying to mix it up.
It might be a gloomy,
fun.
Rainy day, but I'm not trying to make a gloomy, rainy podcast.
I didn't say it was gloomy. I said, welcome to the rainy day edition.
Rain suggests that it is gloomy, it is sad.
You know what they
I
say?
won't have it.
You know what they say?
We'll see you next time.
They say, okay, bye. They say that April showers bring May flowers.
They do.
Or March showers now, since thanks global warming. Thanks climate change.
Whoa. Okay.
We gotta start over.
No, this is great. I'm not starting. Do you want to start over?
That's just a lot of time of bullshit. No, we can do it. All right, welcome to Golden Can't Stay. I'm Allyson Golden.
I am confused.
As usual.
Uh-oh.
I'm Allyson Golden.
I'm Kasey Golden.
Two long-distance sisters.
But we're not long-distance now. Talking about long-distance stuff, is that what you say?
I mean, we're not long-distance, but we are long-distance away from our regular lives.
We are. That's true. I didn't think about that.
So we are kind of long-distance.
Currently living in Japan and talking about whatever the heck we talk about.
Whatever the heck we want.
To be honest.
What are we talking about today?
Today... You got me a little scared.
We're all scared.
You said, and you really suggested that we were going to, maybe fight today.
No, not
today's
fighting.
Today's going to be crazy.
I just said I'm going to have to explain myself.
Things might get heated.
Might get spicy.
In today's episode.
Because we're talking about our top 10 favorite games of all time, I guess?
Yeah, honestly, this list is not going to be great. We literally put it together in 30 minutes. We both have our own separate lists, so it's not really like we're comparing or trying to battle it out. We're just like, here's a list of our 10 favorite video games. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, what's different? What's the same?
But also, we put it together in 30 minutes, and I feel like
you gotta go with your gut. Trust your gut.
Yeah, I could definitely edit this video for probably the rest of my life. I'm sorry, did I say video? I meant list. I could edit this list of video games forever. I'll never be satisfied, and I'll never be content with what I choose.
I mean, and also new games are coming out constantly. Animal Crossing's coming out in a week, so that'll probably wiggle its way up. Maybe, I don't know. There's some things I'm worried about, but games come out every day. Maybe Sword and Shield is on my list.
Oh my god, that can't be true. That can't. You never played it.
The last Pokemon game I played was X or Y. I can't remember which one. Anyway.
But yeah, I just want to start off by saying this is by no means my list. This is not a good list. And
Have some confidence.
No,
Come on.
It's not good. I
feel good about
I've
my
made
list.
some bad decisions, I think, and I don't have my whole library of video games from back home. I probably forgot things. There's just too much. There's too much to consider.
I really feel like if you didn't think of these 15 games immediately,
we
got
5
some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
If you didn't think of a game immediately, it probably isn't in your top 10
that
or 15.
Can't be
it could be in your top 100 or your top 20 or 30.
Can you imagine my top 100 video games?
It's more like the 100 video games I've played in my life. Have I played more than 100 video games?
Surely.
Anyway, should we do a goof and then get in? Because I'm ready to go.
So God, I'm so scared. Okay, so let's start off with our goof of the episode. Do you have one? Because to be honest, we haven't been out of the house a lot because of recent events.
Yeah, there's
So there's not a lot of goofs that have been happening. So
we're mostly just walking the Yamanote line.
Getting
Kasey's
stamps.
Moved on to the Odeo line. Chuo line. The Chuo line. That's another line. Okay. It's red.
So goofs are at all time. We're got a dry spell of goofs, you guys. It's rough.
Well, here's a funny thing that happened.
Okay.
So a couple blocks from our house, they've been doing construction since we got here. I don't know if they're doing it on the road or what. There's construction happening everywhere, as will happen in a city. And there's crossing guards directing traffic, if there's cement trucks or stuff that need to move, things like that. And I was coming up to a crossing guard.
You haven't mentioned this?
I could tell that he was really feeling it. Oh, have I mentioned this?
I know. I thought you.
I'm so dry on goofs that I literally don't.
I thought this was one of your first few.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
I thought you were going to talk about the family on the train.
Nothing's open. What am I supposed to... That was yours. What am I supposed to do?
I have another goof I'm going to talk about. This is Allison's goof. She's repeating stories already.
God,
We're like
I'm
on
already
episode
losing
7
it.
or something.
Yeah, it's episode 7. I'm
Honestly,
losing
maybe
it.
you didn't tell a story. I just thought maybe you did. I mean, I've already heard the story, so maybe I just...
Anyway, so there's a crossing guard. He was, like, really feeling it. He was putting a little pizzazz into his, like, you know, like, waving his wand, really dancing. I was loving it. And, like, I, like, ran up there because I didn't want him to have to, like, hold traffic for me a long time. He was like, oh, you coming? You coming? I was like, yeah, I'm coming. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. Take your time. And he was just dancing along. But now that I am not sure if I've told this story or not, I'm just like, wow, the wind out of my sails.
energy out of you? Wow, I'm sorry.
The wind from my sails gone. But yeah, just like, you know, it's kind of a bummer.
That's not a goof.
No, it's just a goofy moment.
Okay.
A goofy moment.
I give that 0 goofs out of 10 because it wasn't a goof. But my goof isn't really a goof either, but because we are in a dry spell, I will go ahead and mention that if you're going to Japan, you're going to do a lot of walking. Bring some proper walking shoes. As I've mentioned, I'm walking the train stations, collecting stamps, and I'm not like huge into fashion, but my fashion is like plain, sort of, and I don't like tennis shoes because there's so many layers and textures and little symbols and things and colors and gradients, and they're just so ugly. I love a good Chuck Taylor Converse shoe. Love them. They go with anything. You can wear dresses, skirts. I mean, I wear dresses with them, like a nice dress. Put some Chucks with it. But with tennis shoes, I just think they're so ugly. So I haven't had a pair of tennis shoes since like high school, which, if you don't know, was like over 12 years ago. And I have a pair of tennis shoes that I bought in high school, but like I'm not active, so I've been wearing them for 12 years.
What did you wear when you worked at the
Amazon? Oh, the shoes
from high school?
Yes.
Holy shit! Well, what brand were they? Damn, you need to.
No. Here's the thing: is like I don't wear them because I'm not active.
Yeah.
So
okay,
they've lasted a long time. So I keep telling myself to buy new tennis shoes because like sometimes I go on like little hikes or something with Dave. Sometimes once a year. Or we like travel somewhere where we do a lot of walking, and I need proper walking shoes because Chuck Taylors do not have support, but they're cute. So then I was like, I kept telling myself to buy some, didn't buy some, so I was like, I'll buy some in Japan. So here we are, and this will probably be a follow-up goof, let's be honest. I was going to go shoe shopping today, but it's rainy, so next podcast I'll probably have a big fat goof about buying shoes in Japan, because I have tried to buy shoes in Japan, but I'm a size 10, ladies. That's pretty big. Even for America, I think it's kind of hitting the, like, you have big feet. And I have wide feet, so it's like, in Japan, their sizes don't go that high. I've tried to buy shoes here. When I tell them my size, they're like, their reaction is always like, whoa, hold up. So, I mean, I'm not against buying men's shoes, but also, maybe sports shoes will have bigger feet shoes. So, my goof is that I don't have proper shoes, and now I have to go shoe shopping in Japan, and that's going to be fun.
I'm definitely bumping that one. It's not a goof. It's definitely an oof. Is it? It's not a. Is it a grave error? I think it'd be a grave error if you didn't buy shoes, but you have gotten blisters and your toes have bled, so it might be.
Yeah. Well, my feet bled because my toenails grew out and they were like pushing up against each other. And
no excuse. I'm graduating you to grave error.
Wow, this is
sorry.
Really just like throwing myself under the bus and how disgusting I am.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I brought nail clippers, so there's no excuse.
First
grave error.
Well, also my defense with the bleeding is that I went from wearing one pair of shoes like the whole month we were here, and I switched to another pair of Chucks that I haven't really worn a lot of to begin with. So I think my feet were just like whoa, and they got squished. And that's my goof is just shoes. You should probably.
I think everyone else probably is aware of what kind of footwear they need.
Well, I'm aware of what I need, but I just refuse to wear them because they're ugly.
Can we maybe also goof? We can talk about how fucking long our bangs are getting.
Well,
anyway, that's not really.
Oh, okay.
That's not really fun to talk about.
Also, sorry I'm wearing the same clothes every time. It's cold in here. Also, we didn't turn the heat off. Are we ready?
I think I'm ready.
Oh, God,
I think you're the one that might not be ready.
I'm scared, and I'm just like not confident that I did a good job putting my list together is all. So my list is on my phone.
My list is on paper because I love writing stuff down. I think my handwriting is the best handwriting in the world.
I had too much editing on my list. I couldn't do analog.
So I'll just say this.
Oh my god.
So we have a top 10 and we have our 5 honorable mentions. The way my top 10 is, it's kind of like a top 5 and a bottom 5. Like definitely the 1, 2, 3 for sure. But the bottom 5, I could just it's not like 7 and 9 are probably about the same as far as like how much I love them.
Okay.
That's just all I'm gonna say.
Well, what I'm gonna say is that my list is, I don't know.
Have
It's
some
like whatever.
confidence.
Also, sorry to the non-video game player listeners. We're probably gonna have a few video game podcasts.
I don't think you need to apologize for that.
Oh, well, I'm apologizing. I'm sorry if you don't like video games. This one's not for you.
Well, so, I guess our video gaming background, we've been playing video games since we were old enough to hold a controller, probably.
NES.
NES,
Yeah.
and PC games. I remember playing Doom Online when I was like 7.
Doom Online?
Online with Dad's friends.
I don't remember the online part.
Well, you were like 5. But yeah, so we were playing maybe super age inappropriate games. But yeah, we've been playing video games for, over 20 years. So
sorry, Duke Nukem, Doom, and what was the other one?
Wolfenstein 3D. Well, also there was Duke Nukem, which was like an 8-bit neon looking thing, and then there was Duke Nukem 3D, which was like not appropriate for kids. And there was Doom, which was not appropriate. I know they were great. And then Wolfenstein 3D. That was also great.
I love those games.
Really
those are not on my list.
They're not on my list because I don't ever want to replay them. I love them.
Revisited. Yeah, there was a couple times I revisited, but
they hold a special place in my heart. But like, anyway, all right. So
also Tomb Raider was, okay.
Oh yeah, Tomb Raider, on the PC, just endlessly falling off.
So you're gonna make me start off?
Oh, I can start off
since
since
saving
I'm
your
older.
game while you're falling. So then you've saved your game while you're dying.
You're done. It's a game over, literally.
Okay, I don't want to start. You start. I'm scared. I'm so
okay. So this is kind of
scared.
so. My list is just a mix of things I've played lately and also that I've played forever. Blah blah blah. My number 10 game.
And I will be marking them off if you mention it. I'll be like, well, that's my number.
You're not gonna.
We're gonna have.
It's not gonna be on your.
Okay,
on
that's
your list,
fine.
Though.
Okay.
So my number 10 game is a more experimental game, but it's the game called Everything by David O'Reilly. It's just like a really cerebral, really pushing the boundaries of like what is a video game. You start out as like a random animal or object, and you literally run through the world as that animal or object, and then you can switch consciousnesses between other animals and objects until you can literally play the game as everything. And I'm talking about like as small as a carbon atom and as big as like a galaxy, and like everything in between. You can be a world, you can be a country, you can be a toothbrush, you can be a pile of poo. You can't change it. I know what you're putting on there, but it's on my list.
Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, it's already on my list, so don't worry about it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, so that's my number 10. That's my number 10. Everything by David O'Reilly, and I really osusume that. It's really great. While you're playing it, it's got a nice ambient background, and there are also clips from speeches from the philosopher Alan Watts. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I remembered incorrectly, but it really helps you get out of your anxiety in your head too, and reminds you that you're part of this big universe and like whatever. Very philosophical, boundary pushing game in my opinion. So that's my number 10.
I'm just sitting here mad because I don't know if it was before we started the podcast, you said, well, if the game didn't get your top 10 or if you didn't think about the game, it's probably not one of your favorite games ever. And so Katamari Damacy is a game I love.
Well, I don't think that we should be talking about, I think now that we started the top 10, I don't think we should talk about anything.
So I really like that video game, but Allyson had this jab that if you didn't even think about the game, you don't care about it. I'm a little offended, but that's fine. So number 10 for me, I have is Pilot Wings. And I know that's going to be on your list, yeah?
It's on my honorable mentions.
Oh, honorable mentions. Mm-hmm. I have it as my number 10.
Nice. Tell me why it's on your number 10.
It's just kind of one of those games that's just fun to revisit every once in a while, I think. I think if you can revisit a game like once a year, it's probably pretty good. Even though I probably only play it for like 30 minutes or an hour. It's got really good music.
Incredible music.
Music's a really big thing for me. And just the fact that I can revisit this game so often. Like, we have played it since we've been here. I definitely played it in October last year. I, showed it to a friend. the animation and just like
The characters.
and it's like it's a lot of the SNES games are 3D, but they're not, which I find really weird but interesting. I don't know. I just think it's really funny to just hop on and never beat it. Never beat that game.
Yeah, it's a really great game. This is available if you have a Nintendo Switch on the Super Nintendo Arcade. So if you have a Nintendo Online membership and you have access to Super Nintendo Arcade, Pilot Wings is on there, and I super, super recommend it. And, like, the ability to pause and rewind makes that game a lot easier to play on the arcade. If you're a purist, which obviously Kasey's like, oh, I'm better than that. But, like...
Wow, didn't say that.
That's what your face said.
I don't like it in the sense that, like... Whatever. I guess we're not here to discuss that, but I just, like, I think when you completely take all... Because we've talked about how it challenge to a certain point is just, like, annoying, which is fine.
Yeah, so with Pilot Wings, if you are stuck... If you have completed everything in one set of challenges except for one thing, and you save it for the last, and then you, like, keep being unable to do it, like, it's frustrating to have to play the other three over and over again.
I get that.
So, like, that's why I think that's a really good addition to playing that game. I understand, like, you know, whatever, but it's really helpful.
Wow,
if you're truly trying to just, like, play the game, that's fine. Maybe one day we'll make it to the end by using the rewind feature. No. I can't. I don't even know. Alright, so number 10, we have Kasey with Pilot Wings and Allyson with Everything.
Allyson, everything, number 10.
Everything.
She's done. She's done.
Everything is available. I guess we could talk about what these are available for. Everything is available across all platforms, and I believe even on, like, the Apple App Store. So I have it on my Nintendo Switch, but you can play it on Mac, whatever. My number 10
Number 9?
Sorry. My number 9 might be a controversial pick. It's Diddy Kong Racing.
I actually had that on my honorable mention. I took it off.
So, Diddy Kong Racing, and I know people are probably thinking, well, why not Mario Kart?
Yeah,
well, let me tell you. I took Mario Kart off and replaced it with Diddy Kong Racing.
We, like, did the opposite, I think.
Oh, you took that off and put Mario Kart on?
Yeah.
Well, here's where Diddy Kong Racing kind of, like, goes up for me, is that there is an adventure storyline. Like, it's a very loose storyline, obviously.
Yeah, adventure mode in the sense that you just have to play them all.
Very loose. But there's also an overworld, which is fun. There's a little more collecting. There's, like, the golden balloons, where you'll unlock levels and then unlock bonus levels. There are characters you can unlock. There are several fun cheat codes. And one thing that made the game really fun for me, I think, was the co-op adventure cheat mode, which, like, for us being sisters, like, it was fun to play it co-opt competitiveness or whatever. Play co-op.
Did we do competitive? Because I know, like, once we start collecting coins, we would, like, help.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, if you're doing an adventure with the other person, like, as long as one of us got first place, so we're still competing with each other to get first place, but we're working together, like, we can also, like, shoot
the computers.
Computer players and stuff like that. So it has a great soundtrack. It's got all your favorite rare characters minus Donkey Kong, but Diddy Kong's there. It has a hovercraft, an airplane, a car.
Did you know Conker was made from this game? Like,
Really? Conker's Bad Hair Day was a spinoff from Diddy Kong Racing? Wow, you learn something new every day.
Oh god, I hope that's right. There's someone from that game that became a game from that game. I think it was Conker, but oh god, now that I say it, I'm scared.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Corrected. But yeah, so I really liked Diddy Kong Racing. It was a lot of fun. I have a lot of good memories. And just like that co-op mode and the outer world and the very loose adventure storyline
I think that's good though, because Mario Kart, the only reason why I took that game off and replaced with Mario Kart is I just feel like the levels are just, like, really short and easy, and there's also not a lot of levels. Like, with Mario Kart, they're longer, and I think there's just, like, it's more polished all.
That's true.
And I guess it depends on which Mario Kart you were talking about. But
I mean, I think it would be unfair to compare Diddy Kong Racing to any Mario Kart other than Mario Kart 64.
Well,
it'd be unfair to Diddy Kong to compare it to anything
then
after
honestly,
that.
Maybe Diddy Kong Racing might be better.
Well, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is controversial. because everyone hates it, Glover.
Oh, that's on my honorable mention.
Oh, wow, Glover.
Yeah.
Everyone...
Oh, it's a horrible game. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
It's a terrible game.
I feel like a lot of these games, like, is it because it's nostalgic or do I actually like it? Okay, this is another one of those games where I do play it maybe like once every year, once or every other year or something.
Think about the soundtrack. Listen to the soundtrack.
I listen to the soundtrack so much. It's crazy. Inside jokes, just like the memory of it. Though I will admit, this is one of those games that I thought about when we were talking about getting frustrated with games not having fun. The Frankenstein, the horror boss.
Yeah.
It's just so, the controls are just so bad, and I stopped playing it like last year. I was like, I'm done. I have more fun things to do, and it's like made me sad because I did want to beat it.
Isn't there like, it's not just beating the Frankenstein, but there's like a puzzle element to it.
There's a puzzle element. You just like throw the ball on each thing, and then like it's just,
and you're getting electrocuted. It's a lot
bad. So. Yes, I know the controls are bad in that game, but to be honest, they're not like that. I mean, I remember, and we remember too, when we got this game, and the cashier was like, oh, this game is so hard, or something.
Yeah, they're like, are you sure you want to buy this? I heard it's really hard. I mean, we were kids. We were two little girls, and this like teenage man, or adult man. Yeah, it was like, oh, this game's really hard, and we were like, okay, well.
We beat the judge of that. Yeah, we beat it several times. I just when I hear people hate on it, I'm like, I mean, I get it, but like, are you playing that as today, or are you judging it when you played it like 10 years ago or 20 years ago?
One thing that I really like about that game is like the concept was different than a lot of games out at the time.
I mean, it was ball being on the ball.
Yeah, just being on a ball, and the ball having several different forms: a bowling ball, a ball bearing, like a bouncy ball, and then a crystal. And yeah, just like that was interesting. I know it's basically a collection puzzle game,
but that's the 90s.
Yeah, that was the 90s. Yeah, we talked about that before. There were a lot of collection games back then, but yeah, it was different, and the music was great. Yeah, it's a solid game.
The music is so good in that game. Yeah, I love the music in that game.
I highly recommend checking it out.
If a video game has YouTube. Bad music and bad sounds, it can really like ruin the experience for me, honestly.
Why would I play it?
Because that's like 50% of your interaction with this thing is having to hear it. But then I hear like a lot of people like, oh, I just put some music on when I play a video game. I'm like, well, that means the video game sucks in that department because the music should be like,
that's, whatever. Well, that was for the Nintendo 64. Glover.
Yeah, that was for the 64.
Oh man, heard rumors of a Glover 2.
Ooh, got canceled.
That never
Probably
happened.
Because it did so bad.
Probably. Well, what's next on Allyson's list for number 8? Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2 is my number 3.
Wow. Well, my number 8. Well, you can talk about it when you get to 3. I'll say for me it's 8.
I can go ahead and talk about it. I don't.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll cancel out. But you put it so high.
That's fine.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
So my number 8 and Kasey's number 3 is Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Wow, there's a lot. This game is incredible.
I don't know if it's because it's something I'm currently playing that I like it so much, but like honestly, the hours I've put into this game is a lot. Like it's
you have over 300 hours. Right?
It says I guess it maxed out at 315 or something. Yeah. So that and Breath of the Wild are maxed out on my Switch. So it's like obviously I really like that game. It's something I go to a lot when I just like want to play something and have fun. It's great.
They took a genre that I absolutely hate well, I guess it's a third person shooter, but the shooter genre, they made it so fun. They made the world so rich and engaging and like clever, and just the whole streetwear aspect of it and the color palette. The characters are lovable and cute and fun and funny, and it's just like, it's incredible. The reason why it's so low on mine, I'm not good at video games. I love playing video games for fun. So I like to play Splatoon 2 in online, either like the co-op Salmon Run, or I'll do Splash Zones or like other tournament ones. And rest in peace, what was that one thing called? The Ink game.
I know what you're talking about.
What the hell?
It's the thing where you vote on something. I can't even.
Splatfest, right?
Splatfest.
So yeah, Splatfest was a lot of fun. But I'm really struggling with adventure mode because there are some guns that I'm just like really not good at, and I don't want to practice getting good at them. So I'm being stubborn.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, honestly.
Yeah, so but the thing is like I can ignore the adventure mode and still put so many hours into this game and have so much fun. So it's like, it really almost has like a little bit of something for everyone in it. And honestly, like another little thing, I just love seeing the weird Splatoon memes that go around and like the little doodles and the speech bubbles. It's just like,
those.
It's so weird to me. But yeah, I love that game, but it's my number 8.
I feel like also they brought something back with the whole aspect of having a really good, strong multiplayer and also a really strong-ish single player mode. I feel like that's something that a lot of games these days don't do, because like back in the day, I guess the 90s, like it was really important, I think, to have a multiplayer, because almost every game, if it was a single player game, had some sort of like multiplayer game.
But
like,
it was usually like an afterthought.
It was definitely
like in Donkey Kong 64, just like the multiplayer mode on that.
Did we play it a few times?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it was fun, but it was like, you know.
Yeah, so I think it's nice to see. Yeah,
Splatoon 2 is my number 8.
You never played Splatoon. I mean, I've played Splatoon 1, but Salmon Run has really.
My God.
I mean, Salmon Run.
When Kasey and I are like usually like doing our long distance thing, we would play about on average like once a week. We'd get together online and play Salmon Run and just like talk. And
my
God. It's good. It's great. I love that game. Love that game.
Love it.
Well, what's your number 8, Kasey?
My number 8 is Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii U.
Okay.
No, which I
What's
guess
that
is more of like
it's
the Switch one. Like they ported it. Yeah, 8.
8.
I feel like Mario Kart just keeps getting better and better, and I really like Mario Kart. I like a good racing game. Haven't gotten into any other racing games like F-Zero. Is that a racing game? Maybe.
I don't know. The level on Super Smash Brothers is racing.
Literally any other like character racing game except for Diddy Kong Racing. I just feel like everyone just wanted to get in on that racing game. Mario Kart has always been solid. And I'm all items, man. You know the Smash Bro meme? No items, no. Mario Kart, part of the fun and like part of the meme about Mario Kart is like you will be in first and then you will be in last in the next second once a blue shell comes in. It's ass, but it's part of like what makes Mario Kart really fun. That's part of like the insanity with Nintendo games, honestly, is just like you don't know what's going to happen next, and I really like that because like you can have the skill, but then something happens.
You know, I didn't mention this when I brought up Diddy Kong, when I brought up Diddy Kong 64, but one of the reasons why it replaced Mario is the items, which is like kind of sad because I know there's only 4 categories of items, but you can upgrade them by holding onto them and getting another one of the same one. So I found that concept interesting, being able to like hold onto your resources and upgrade them as opposed to just like using them right off the bat. So Mario Kart 8.
I guess Mario Kart 8 just because it's kind of like it's solid, it's good.
Mario Kart 8 for your number 8.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I think it's also called Deluxe on the
Okay.
Switch or something. Because it was just a port.
Right.
But it's a solid Mario Kart. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not much, honestly, to say about it.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart.
The 64 one was okay. I don't really care about the Super Nintendo. Yeah.
God, the Super Nintendo one is tough.
The DS one introduced snaking, which I didn't like.
You know what I really liked?
Okay.
Mario Kart Advance. Because you could, if you had a friend with a Game Boy Advance, they could just hook up their Game Boy Advance to yours and you could play off of one cart. And I spent many lunch periods in high school betting money on Mario Kart Advance.
Okay.
And I made a lot of money that year.
Wow. Wow.
But that one's got some good memories.
Wait, you were just betting on people?
No, like we would race each other.
So you won?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm not, like, I say I'm bad at video games, but I'm not like awful at video games. Anyway, yeah, that was good times. There were some heated moments in the cafeteria.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario Kart. Those are our racing games. Got those out of the way.
So,
Moving
my
on
number 7, my lucky number 7 is Portal.
Oh.
Because I...
That sounded so...
Yeah,
no, that's a good game.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it's a solid game. I really...
Portal 1?
Portal
Nice.
1.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Portal 2 is awesome, but I think Portal 1 is an incredible puzzle game, which I love puzzle games. And... well,
I didn't think about Half-Life. I just
Oh, like you were gonna put that on?
Half-Life. That's okay.
I thought about it, but
not.
I was like, honestly,
probably not.
The replay value for that, and then getting burned by Half-Life 3 like that is like whatever. Anyway, Portal 1 is my number 7 slot. The storyline is really clever. I mean, GLaDOS is an incredible character. Shell is an incredible character, even though she doesn't talk. Like, and just all of the
doesn't talk.
Yeah, you're right. But there's also like all of the secret stuff and the Easter eggs. Like, Valve is so good at Easter eggs and like putting in little details and stuff like that. And I just really, really, really love games like that. I mean, it was like, you can say it's just a puzzle game, but it's so rich. The world is really rich, even though it's this pretty short, almost like side spin-off game.
But it's like
Half-Life.
connected to like Half-Life. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
so
what
like,
makes it more fun.
Yeah, since it's like part of this huge universe too, it's like, man, what a great game.
Wow.
I really
played that one a few times.
Played that several times and love it. The ambient music's great. Like, man, the first moment when you're like, oh shit, I can move outside of just the like puzzle rooms is like pretty incredible. Yeah, so that's my number 7.
Wow.
Portal 1.
Pretty solid. My number 7, I guess we're jumping right in there.
Uh-oh.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
That's your number 7?
Look, I'm not sorry. What? Why
That's
is that your number 1?
Number 1 game. But
Okay.
Oh my god, that's my number 1
Well,
game.
let's talk about it.
Is it a perfect game?
No. It's not a perfect game.
I love that game. There's so many side quests. It might be part of the reason why it's my favorite game is probably because it's so goddamn sad. I think that really like I'm just like I really am kind of like into like sad stuff, but it's like it's such an emotional game, and for it to be a Zelda game, like we've not really felt that kind of like for an extended period of time throughout the whole game. Like that depth of emotion was like really interesting. The story
as a 10-year-old when I was feeling those emotions.
Well, as a 10-year-old, I remember being like kind of freaked out at parts, like
there's
the
some
Gimdo
disturbing,
dad.
Yeah, there's some disturbing.
Like, there's a lot of like real life shit in that game. Like, I don't know. It's like it's really
magical.
The world ending. That's a really heavy concept.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, everyone has to like come to terms with dying and like.
And there's
kind
so
of
many
like closing endings and stuff, or tying
loose ends.
Yeah,
there's many, and you can see the different personalities and how they deal with that differently. Like, I don't know, it's an incredible game. Plus, I love side quests. Lots of side quests.
Oh my god, that might as well be called like Legend of Zelda Side Quest Adventure. Like,
yeah.
Honestly,
it's really good. I love it. The music,
yeah, it does have a different vibe, which is why honestly, Ocarina of Time was like great. It's like the first 3D game, but like. It's the first 3D Zelda game. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people get attached to it because of that, and like I get it. It was my first 3D Zelda game, but like you can make improvements. Like Majora's Mask was just like way better. I'm not sorry about it.
Yeah, I love that game. I love that game. Holy shit!
Great.
I was playing it once a year, but I think I'm finally getting burnt out on that because you can. Like, I have it on the 3DS. I actually have... Yeah, I have it on the 3DS.
I used to do this thing whenever a new Zelda game came out and I got, like, really excited. I would literally play, like, every Zelda game up until the release. But I don't have the time for that anymore. But, yeah, I would just, like... I couldn't wait, so I would, like, play them all. And by all, I mean, like, the 3D ones. Yeah, not, like, the handheld ones or the 2D ones, yeah. Pretty great.
Man, what an incredible game. So I feel like I kind of hijacked that for you.
No, I don't care. I mean, it's
your number 7.
I don't
It's
care.
my number 1. I'm obviously a little more jazzed about it.
Yeah, it's your number 1. Go for it. Yeah, it's great. Everything you said. I mean, it's like emotional and it's eerie. It's, it's unsettling.
Yeah, the dread.
It's challenging at times. A lot of the times. I mean, I still use a guide today. Like, I just
The
can't.
Goron race. I'm better at it now, but I remember being in previous run-throughs. Like, now I'm pretty good. But...
They made a few changes on the 3DS, and I did not like that. So where you get the stone mask, they changed that. Threw me for a loop. And then the Goron...
Wait, where is it now?
It's like next to the tower in the Gerudo thing. He's like next to...
he's in the Gerudo Fortress?
I was like looking
That's
for
weird.
the mask, like near the entrance of the... Wherever the... Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know what it's called.
Oh,
Ikana? Okay, God. Oh, thank God. Because he's like in the entrance of that area. But yeah, I couldn't find him. I was like, where is he? I Googled it because I was like, am I remembering this wrong? Thing. Yeah, it was like in the Gerudo. And then at the very end, the Goron part, when you're on the moon or whatever, like, it's different too. I don't know if they made it easier. Because, I mean, it was frustrating, but like,
you're at the very end.
Change one of my favorite games. I don't like that.
I don't think that they needed to make that any easier. I will admit I have not beat the 3DS version because I got to a point in the stone tower where I don't know, I got somewhere and then I put it down, and when I got back I was like, I have no...
It's like, you do that with every Zelda game,
I've done that.
Have you beat Wind Waker yet? Surely.
Yeah, I think I have.
Wind Waker did not make my list. I think it probably should have.
But yeah, so yeah, I never actually finished it for the 3DS, but I've played it many times. My favorite game, love it. Mm-hmm. Could talk about it for a bit longer. Well,
moving on to number 6.
Six, aka the top of the bottom 5. Number 6 for me is Mario Party. Specifically, I haven't really decided because I can't remember which mini games are where, but Mario Party either 2 or 3. I cannot remember which one had the best.
Oh, 2. Oh, 2.
Was it 2?
2's the best one.
Okay. So my number 6 is Mario Party 2. It's just the mini games.
I didn't put it on my...
Any of the Mario Parties?
I just kind of feel like Mario... Yeah, love Mario. Always looking to play Mario Party. I don't know why. I just didn't think it was like a top game worthy.
Yeah.
I think because like it's not fun to play alone, and it's so hard to find people to play it with. Because like you have to have friends.
You have to have at least...
I think that kind of ruins it. Yeah. Which like love Mario Party.
I have not played the Switch version. Actually, I lied. See, I have played it, but I didn't like it.
They get so bad after number 4. They're so bad.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. You have to have friends in person, and they have to like the 64. If they don't play the 64, then like they're useless. Like they're like, yeah, I'll play it with you, but like I don't know what I'm doing. So then it's like, well, then there's no competition. So it's like I can't play this game with anybody except for you and then Dave. And Dave doesn't really like it, I feel like. So I'm always like,
I guess Dave we always play it when I come visit.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I didn't put it on my list. I love it too,
it's tough.
It's the restriction to play it is no one wants to play Mario Party with a computer.
That sucks.
Only one is okay.
Yeah, one's okay.
You can get mad at it. But then but 3 computers and you, it's just sad.
Yeah, I guess I just have like, I have really fond memories, I guess, of us doing adventure mode.
Yeah.
Like, you know, playing it with 2 people, doing adventure co-op, that's fun. And like having late nights when you're just absolutely silly.
You're so tired.
You're so tired.
Laugh at anything. Cheating. Yeah. We have the whole like cheating Mario. We call him because like the computer, you make a Mario and he always happens to get the good.
His luck is just too good. I'm suspicious.
I'm still suspicious.
Wario. I'm sorry. Waluigi. Waluigi's introduction to the franchise, was that his first appearance? Not in 2 or 3, but I mean like.
I feel like maybe, but I feel like maybe he appeared in 3. 3. Yeah, he was in number 3.
So I guess 2 is my favorite. But just like those characters, just like Waluigi's a goofy bastard, and then Daisy. I don't know, just like some good stuff.
Yeah.
We have some inside jokes from there. Die Throw. Which isn't going to make any sense. We can talk about that. Well, just like dumb stuff.
What's a die throw?
So here's a joke. So our cousin was visiting for a while, and I guess she was like, this is just us being asshole. I'm going to preface this with
I feel like,
okay, I was an asshole.
I was
troubled in middle school. I was an asshole. I was rude to a lot of people. I think I was probably dealing with a lot of stuff internally, which is usually how the story goes. So I will preface this by saying I was an asshole.
I mean, I wasn't great either.
I'm not like this anymore, but we were idiot asshole kids. Our cousin was visiting, and I guess I was just like teasing her a lot and being rude. She might have been dabbling in being a furry because she was like drawing animal characters and talking about anthropomorphic.
Yeah, whatever that word is.
Animals. And so I was like, oh, here's in this character in Mario 3, it's a die, but he's like a
Part human.
so he's a die throw.
Instead of anthro as a
instead of anthro as a short for anthropomorphic, I just said die throw, which is honestly, like, now that I'm thinking about it, that's a 2-layer pun because you throw a die.
No.
But anyway, she
That's
really
just-
didn't like that, so of course I just kept repeating that over and over again until I probably made her
honestly,
really upset.
it's just like funny to think not the situation,
The
but
intent
just
behind
the
it
die
is
throw.
rude,
It's a die throw.
But
Stupid.
the concept in a vacuum is pretty funny. So yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
Jesus.
sorry, Sarah, if you're listening. You're
So
not,
nice.
but I'm
It's
sorry.
It's so bad. Wow.
Anyway, so that is my number 6 video game, Mario Party 2 for the Nintendo 64.
Which, like, solid, but like I think
The limitations.
it's just it's so restricted. But like, God, top 5 video games in general. But like as a list, I'm gonna have to take it off. So number 6 for me,
The top of your bottom 5.
Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Number 6, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 5.
Number 5.
That's my number 5, so it's pretty
okay.
close, yeah.
Great. So, Animal Crossing New Leaf is I think it might be the most hours I've ever put into a video game. And I love we played the GameCube one. I remember. Okay, let's just talk about Animal Crossing just really quick.
Yeah.
I remember pretending to be sick to stay home so I could play Animal Crossing all day. Hi, Mom and Dad. I lied about my period cramps. Which, like, probably yes, but also I would play.
But no.
I would play Animal Crossing all day. Yeah, I did that multiple times.
Wow.
Animal Crossing, and I remember like looking at
That's
Nintendo
an addiction.
Power. Sue me. I mean, did I really miss anything
No.
in school? Yeah.
No.
So so then I remember specifically when Wild World came out. Like I can remember buying it and then going to Fazoli's and eating dinner with Mom and playing it there. Like, I love that game. And then so New Leaf was just another improvement. Like they made it. Well, City Folk wasn't great. Let's be real.
We don't have to talk about
City Folk wasn't great. But New Leaf, the island games, to introduce a multiplayer aspect to Animal Crossing, which they kind of had, but I don't really count it. Just coming over and just like running around and making a mess of people's towns. That's
island
not multiplayer.
games.
Island games.
We spent a lot of time Skyping and playing those.
Yeah, island games are great, and it just made it just so much more fun to play with people. The connection was horrible, but when it wasn't horrible, it was fun.
The major graphics upgrade, I think that
you got taller and new clothes. Well, they had shoes already, but I think there was like clothes introduction. It was just great, and then you could like put stuff in your town.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, obviously, the best Animal Crossing in the franchise, and I think it's going to take a lot for me to put New Horizons above New Leaf. I think that New Leaf is probably going to be the best Animal Crossing.
Man, New Horizons is looking pretty good, but I think we talked about this briefly. There might be too much
customization options in that game.
Decorating my house alone was like a lot, but to have to decorate my whole island, that might be too much. I don't know if I can handle that sort of responsibility. It went from relaxing to just stressful.
Yeah, because like it's basically taking all the aspects from Pocket Camp and putting it into Animal Crossing New Leaf.
I refused to download.
It's a lot. I find myself a bit overwhelmed. So
we'll see.
I'm interested to see how it'll shake out. But yeah, so your number 6 is Animal Crossing New Leaf. My number 5. My bottom 5.
So moving on, number 5.
Sorry, the number 5 in my top 5 is Animal Crossing New Leaf. So
wow,
yeah,
look at that.
That was nice. Kasey, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Mega Man 64 or Mega Man Legends for the PlayStation 1. Wow. That's always been my top 3. But honestly, it's kind of got
about that game.
If I was making a top 3, which this probably sounds so stupid, if I was making a top 3, it would probably be my top 3. But since I'm making a top 10, I've added some things in between. I don't know what it is about that game. Because I've never really been a huge Mega Man fan. Like, I've played the older ones. Like, they're whatever. I don't know.
I mean, well, Mega Man Legends /64 is a total departure from the format of all the previous Mega Man games, which is probably why it appealed to us. Because it was like Mega Man and Legend of Zelda had a baby.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to just kind of sum it up like that.
Because it's just not the same, especially now that like Mega Man's like a digital dude now. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but it was just really, it's like also very anime, which like we were like anime.
How did I forget that? We've got quotes that we still say to this day from that game.
Thank you so much. I bet there are a lot of people who come to see this. Wow, that was like an anime voice right there.
I mean, that's,
that
game,
the music. Yeah, there was a lot of collection stuff. Oh yeah, it's also got like an eerie sort of like unsettling.
The underworld
has
like eerie music. The above world, the overworld is incredible music.
The music is great. Like I said, like there's kind of like an anime influence. So like at our age, like I'm sure that was very appealing. And the story is great. The cuts, there's voiceover, like that's kind of rare.
The Bond family, hilarious.
Oh my, it's like Team
hilarious.
Rocket. This game is like Pokemon and Zelda and like all
it's basically like picking like the best little funny things from a bunch of different games and putting it together. And
you can kick dogs. Love it. Love it.
That was, for the record, that was Kasey saying that and not me.
Oh God.
So before I had decided that I like was never gonna have kids. I was gonna name my kids either Binsley after the gang of there's a gang of kids in this game. One of them
they like hop around different areas.
Or Tron Bon. Like that's how much I love this game. I was gonna name my kids after characters and it didn't even make it into my top 15.
Oh jeez. No,
but yeah, it's just great.
And then like
the serve bots are funny.
Yes, they have like it's a good game. I love the characters, like the vibe, music.
Look at that sky. I say that
so many quotes
almost every day.
We've said it so many times on this trip.
Yeah.
We've quoted that game so many times.
The opening scene, greed.
Oh God!
Envy.
Well, the voice. I mean, like you introduced
the voice actors.
Yeah, you introduced the voices.
They went hard on the voice acting.
And there's like customization, like your weapons and stuff. Like I like that.
Upgrade.
You don't get that a lot. I feel like that's not even true, but I don't know. Whatever. Like with Zelda, you don't really get to like. I think it'd be so cool.
In as much depth.
Okay.
So Ocarina of Time.
This was back in the 64. Yeah. This is
so
like Breath of the Wild.
Time.
You do a little bit now, but
Breath of the Wild you do a lot.
Well, it's just like your clothes, isn't it? I guess weapons.
Well, like all different pieces of clothing. But it was an introduction. It was like maybe one of our first exposures to like that much customization in like an RPG character.
Yeah.
Or like, so that was really, what an incredible game.
And then I think like partly what made it so like cool to us is that we didn't really own it. Didn't we rent it?
We
for,
rented
like,
it from Blockbuster.
Like a lot, like over and over and over.
We probably could have bought it.
Oh God.
But at that time it might have been hard to find.
And then there's actually a number 2. I haven't played it because
Mega Man Legends 2 for the PlayStation.
So for the PlayStation, not for the 64. And then there's like we've had issues with like memory cards. I guess at this point I could just port it.
Because you have a PlayStation 2. So you were trying to play the PlayStation 1 disc on the PlayStation 2, which is doable. It's backwards compatible. But it kept wanting a PlayStation 1 memory card.
And those are hard to find or something?
Yeah, and it wouldn't accept like a third-party one. It was
so
because you bought a third-party one, it wouldn't read it, and it's just like... Whoa.
So I haven't played number 2. I really want to still, but could probably just port it. I mean, I have it, but yeah, that's a good game. Love that game. Love that game.
Wow. Okay, so I see why you got upset about Katamari, because like Mega Man Legends didn't
see because we made this listen 30 minutes. Don't at me and tell me I don't care about a game because I think about it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was upset. Anyway, that was my number 5.
Right.
Moving on to number 4.
So my number 4 game is Left 4 Dead 2.
That was on my that was like my up there, but I bumped it down to honorable mention just because I haven't played it in a long time.
I tried to get Justin to play it with me the other day, and like we played through the first campaign, and he like wasn't down to marathon.
The other day?
I say the other day, I mean a few months ago.
I was like, I don't remember that.
No, I mean like a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
I love a
lot
of
memories with that game.
Well, so another zombie shoot 'em up or shmup which is a genre that I'm not into, that totally drew me in through storytelling and attention to detail and world building. Like
in multiplayer,
and the co-op is a huge thing for me. Left 4 Dead 1 is incredible, but what I really like about Left 4 Dead 2 that puts it up there is the continuation through all 4 campaigns. So it's one long story, and the character writing, incredible, so many Easter eggs, like the replay value is like very high.
Oh my God, I played that game so much in college,
Yeah, I played
so
it.
much.
I played a lot. We played that one online together a lot. And just like screaming and
Oh
laughing.
my
and
god,
like,
just
man, I'm really flashing back to all of the shit that I.
shout out to Jessie.
Aw.
Jesse's probably not watching or listening, but like we had online friends that I played with a lot, and oh my god, just the scream, woo, wait.
Yeah, and then like Jesse and I sometimes would team up to sabotage stuff, which
oh my god,
is so funny. Just
oh
like
god. There goes Allyson being an idiot, just
running
messing
ahead,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's got a lot of fun memories. It's just an incredible game. Obviously, it's from Valve. For the Xbox 360, I don't know what PlayStation 3.
It's on
It's on Steam
it's
or
on
like
Steam,
PC, you know, whatever. Incredible game.
We had it on
Love
360.
Yeah. I honestly, that's one of the reasons why I haven't sold my 360 is because
I sold mine a few months ago. I was just like, this thing is so big, get it out of my life.
I was thinking about
because
doing
it's on Steam, so I'm just like, whatever.
I know I have.
I'm not gonna buy Xbox Live to play with anybody. Are you kidding me?
Well, I usually just do it at home now with like
oh
friends.
god.
But
okay.
But yeah, so that's my number. That's my number 4 game is Left 4 Dead 2. I love.
And I'll say this, just because why not? It's really good to have online multiplayer games when you're in a long distance relationship. So that game also holds like, you know, like a really good place right here, Dave. Shout out to Dave. Like shout Dave out every episode.
Yeah. So what was your number 4?
My number 4, Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, which is one of my top 3 video games ever. Which again, my number 2, number 3 I won't mention yet aren't ones that I would put on a top 3. I don't know why, but
well,
now
I put that on my honorable mentions. I just
Super Mario World.
Yeah, I just didn't really feel like I don't know.
I honestly,
at the end of the day.
To be honest, I'm kind of rethinking it now that we've talked about all these other games. Now I'm like, yeah, it's fun, but like,
that's why it's on my honorable mention.
Yeah, it's more of a nostalgic thing, but like honestly, I really do. If I just want to sit down and play like an old fashioned like side scroller game, it's solid. The music's again,
great.
Another game where I have the soundtrack downloaded and I listen to it often. Like, love it. The colors, the style, it just looks a lot different. It's very nostalgic. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's probably I think it's the best Mario side-scrolling style. Better than the 8-bit. Better than the 3D. 3D one's garbage. It's the cutest one.
Yeah.
I love it. Honestly, don't really have that much to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
the sound
anyone
effects,
who plays video games knows.
Yeah,
about it.
Which
so
is why I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have had it this high. It should have been honorable mention.
That's kind of what made me put it as honorable mention, because I was like, it's kind of almost like a rite of passage. It's like, oh, you play video games, well then you've played Super Mario World.
Oh my god.
Well, it's just like it's like a staple.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for people our age, especially
well,
like maybe not like kids these days, but like if you grew up playing video games, you played this game and you played it with your friends, and you had friends or cousins who showed you the secrets, and like there was this whole like before the internet, there was like this whole, you know, underground network of like stuff.
That's why it's almost like, because it's like, oh, do I mention like Super Mario Bros? Like it's like it's almost so much of bread and butter that's like useless.
It kind of goes without
mention.
saying. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you don't have
to.
But
mention not everyone likes side scrollers. I guess.
True.
I don't know. I also just like really like the music.
I'm like,
there.
I'm like,
it.
do do
do do do. Yeah, it's great.
Do do. Cool.
Yeah, kind of boring, but whatever.
Hey,
I said it.
Hey, you said it. You said it.
I'm boring. Wow.
All right, number 3.
Number 3.
Allison's number 3 pick. Top favorite games of all time. Katamari Damacy. That game blew my mind. I was in high school when it came out, and I showed it to all my friends.
As a Wii, but come on.
Well, there's different layers.
Really
it was also like at the beginning of like random internet culture, because it was also near when Napoleon Dynamite came out, and there's that weird quirky humor, and it was just the stylization. The style is really appealing to me. The simplistic, the way they've like taken all of these objects down to like their basic shapes and colors.
Yeah, graphics aren't everything, clearly.
And the style is incredible, and then the music was great. Like being people who like Japanese culture, like
I know. The more you talk about it, the more we're like, okay, if this was like a very Western game, would I have liked it as much? Like all of the items and stuff say Japanese things, and it's Japanese themed and Japanese music. If it was like, Because like
If it
Elite
was the
Beat
same-
Agents.
Well, so I was gonna mention the game Everything. It's kind of reminiscent to Katamari Damacy, except you're not piling things on. You're switching from thing to thing.
Because I already thought about that
Yeah.
game when you mentioned it.
So I don't know if there was a Western version, if it was done in the same style, the exact same style, but it was set in America in a city. I think I would probably still be into it. There's no way to know.
Yeah,
I mean,
no way.
obviously, like, I was super into it because I was like, oh shit, it's Japanese, it's weird, like.
Yeah.
But I remember showing it to some of my friends in high school and us all being like, or like, they're getting their minds blown, and then like.
It is, I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm sad. Like, I honestly wish I replaced it with Super Mario World at this point. But, like, whatever.
Yeah.
My life's not over.
Don't
cancel me.
Yeah.
Don't cancel
We
me.
can do updated lists. But yeah, so it's just like, but I think Katamari Damacy might be my favorite in the series. I can't say that I really...
Yeah, the first one's the best one.
I can't say that I really care a lot about We Heart Katamari or...
Didn't play the PS Vita one, I'll tell you that much.
Just, like, they did a pretty good job expanding on the series, but, like, I think really the first one is just... All of the other Prince's cousins are really funny. The King of All Cosmos, like, I wanted to cosplay as him. Like...
He's iconic, as the kids say. Iconic.
Yeah, it's just a great game. I really am disappointed in...
Got a big dick energy.
I know, I was about to say...
No,
bulge
not even
and all.
energy, just, like, he's...
Bulge and all, I wanted
got
to
big dick.
cosplay as him. I was really disappointed with the Katamari Damacy re-roll that came out for the Switch. It took away a couple of things that I thought were really, really, really crucial to the game. One of them being the ability to roll up your cousins and then play as them, because I was really looking forward to being like Olio. Oh, Opio. Opio.
What'd you call
I said Olio, which is like not a... Anyway. So I was like really disappointed about that, and I feel like there was something else that I was just like, wow, really? Okay. I mean, you still roll up presents, but...
I didn't play... I don't even know if I got halfway through with it.
Oh,
I
I
think
didn't
something
finish
else
it.
came out, and then I just started doing that.
I didn't finish it. I was
like,
really bummed.
As soon as I found out I could be Opio, I was like...
Yeah, I was like,
oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like a weird reason to stop playing, but like, honestly...
Also, weird thing to take out.
Yeah,
I don't really
weird flex,
understand.
Nintendo. Why'd you do that? So yeah, that's my number 3, Katamari Damacy. I mean, it's a staple game for me. I remember, like, smoking the devil's lettuce and playing the game a lot.
I remember when I broke my leg, I played it for some reason. I don't know why.
It's
very
just
chill.
fun.
It's
It's
very
chill.
game.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. Your number 3?
My number 3 is Splatoon 2. So we already talked about Splatoon 2.
So what bumps it? So what do you think? I guess we talked about it pretty extensively.
Well, this is why I hate lists. I hate, as some people already know, the favorite question.
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Because it constantly changes, and like I get it. Like, what's your current favorite? Whatever. But I can't like making a list of like my top 10 games ever. But then like, it seems like what I'm playing right now is influencing that, and I don't know if that's like a really good representation of like my top 10 fave ever. But it's something that I constantly go back to. Like, I've been playing that game for 2 or 3 solid years now. Like, again, it's my most one of my most played games on my Switch ever. And at this point, I would even say like probably one of my top 3 or 5 hours put into any game. That being like Animal Crossing New Leaf, Breath of the Wild, and Splatoon that I can think of off the top of my head, honestly. So I just feel like it's really solid. Like, the music, I have both soundtracks downloaded. Listen to them often. They're very fun, very energetic. They also have chill music. The visuals are nice.
Incredible.
I mean, like, we've already talked about it.
Yeah.
The fact that like this multiplayer game can have me coming back for 2 or 3 years at this point, it's
kind of wild.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, and it's just fun. I like it.
Yeah, I love it. I hope that, like, and we didn't mention this earlier, but, and I haven't played it, but like the expansion pack, does that seem to be a pretty good addition to the game?
It's I mean, if you like the single player, just more to play.
Yeah, I guess I have.
And it's also just really fun. I mean, this isn't like relevant to everybody, but the whole like, I can put my friend code out there and people can play with me, but we're not actually like having to like talk and stuff, but like people can play, like I can still like play with people that we know and then maybe talk about that later. I think that's really fun. And I've played with a lot of like internet friends, like we play, but also like internet friends. Like, It's fun to hop onto a voice chat and play. Like it's.
Oh yeah, like I met some of your friends through there, and now I feel like I'm like.
Shout out to Jose.
Jose,
what up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
good times.
yeah.
And Shane, I guess, whatever.
Whoa.
Shane.
You know what I just thought
fine.
of? I guess Jackbox could have been on my video game list, but it's not. We don't have to talk about that because
Man,
it's gonna be like.
Jackbox.
But,
Yeah, Jackbox is good though. That is good. That's a good one.
All right, so we're
But
getting.
you need friends, which is a.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
Unfortunately.
My number 2. Are you ready? Are you strapped in?
I'm strapped.
My number 2 favorite video game of right now. We won't say of all time. Of right now. Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64.
That's my number one.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so
You know
good.
that's my number one,
I'm-
and I won't back down. That's always been my number
Yeah.
one since it
Oh,
came out.
I remember the commercials for that.
Don't
Yeah.
demonetize us. Yeah,
That game is incredible.
that game is perfection.
Brilliant writing.
It's
Lovable,
funny.
funny as hell characters.
Mm-hmm.
The style.
The style.
What if we did 2D on a 3D?
Wow.
Huh?
But like a 3D 2D.
But also still 3D.
yeah.
Huh. I
It's
love
it's
it.
the simplicity of it, like the animation and stuff, like, and like the fact that they even play around with like that. It's it's 2D and not great.
Yeah.
Had the character flop away
Yeah.
like a piece of paper. Great, love it.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Yoshi's story in that way. That came out for the Nintendo 64. Because Yoshi's Story had different levels that looked like they were made out of different things, like cardboard and stuff. But Yoshi was still
like,
Yoshi.
Yeah.
But Paper Mario like took that concept to the next level, and Mario was paper. And it was that might be one of. No, I was gonna say that might be one of my first exposures to turn-based games. But that's not true.
Pokemon.
Hello.
Which honestly didn't make any of my.
Oh yeah, same.
Sorry,
Pokemon. It's just not my vibe.
You're
but, like,
boring.
All the characters, all the enemies, the music.
It's a very funny game.
It's fun.
So I'll admit, to hijack your list.
No, it's your number 1. Talk. Go.
Go
for it.
It's like Mario Party, where they've gotten so bad over time, which hurts my soul because it is my number 1 favorite game ever. Which some might argue Super Mario RPG for the SNES is like the first, which I don't know. The style's so different. I don't know if I can count it as like a sequel.
Oh, I see.
But they've gotten so bad over time that makes me very sad. Like a lot of people are like, 1,000-Year-Old Door is the best one. I'm like, go
sticker or something.
Yeah,
Superstar?
they've turned into stickers, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the play. But the one on like the Wii, was it on Switch? No, it's like on the Wii U. There's one on the Wii U, I think, that even though the gameplay was still kind of crappy, it still had that humor, and I enjoyed it in that way. Like I enjoyed playing through it. There was still some like quirky gameplay, but they've just ruined the turn-based style.
What did they change about it? Because I don't think I even played.
You just use
Year
sticker.
Door.
You don't
I
have
just,
like a set of like things you do anymore. You just have stickers. You have like this, just like
a
list.
collection of stickers.
Yeah, you have like this book of stickers. You're like, okay, I play the fire sticker, and then you use the fire.
So
thing.
it's more of like a card game almost. Than
It's bad. I hate it. And like so you go through like collecting. Oh no, I don't have any stomps. I need to get the stomps so I can stomp on a character. It's bad.
Oh, that
I
sounds
hate
awful.
It's awful. But the newest one, as much as I hated the gameplay, the writing was still there, and like the visual funny stuff. You know, I really like that. But I just don't know why they got rid of the RPG part. They didn't get rid of it, but they sure did kill it. They killed it. Yeah, so that makes me very sad, but Mario 64, amazing game.
No, Paper Mario.
Wow. By the way, Mario 64, don't care. Don't at me.
Yeah, I don't care either. For some reason, I don't care.
I never
Paper
played
Mario.
that until the DS. Whoopsies.
Yes, that's my number 2, Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64. Freaking love it. Do recommend. Very good.
My number 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I see, it's another one of those where I'm like kind of scared it's because it was like a very recent game. And I get that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, shut up, it was great, whatever. But like, honestly, it really did also blow my mind. And as like it came out 2 or 3 years ago?
Right before you moved, yeah.
27, so I was like I was 27. As a 27-year-old, it has been probably over 15 years, if not like 20 years, since a game has really made me feel the way Breath of the Wild has made me feel.
I remember being really excited about that coming out. I didn't have a Switch yet, but like that week that it came out, I was still in school, so I went to school, but like you'd be in the living room.
Oh yeah, you were.
Because I would leave and come back. But like we stocked up on snacks. We were almost like we were kids again.
We were preparing
and it was like,
to like sit down on the couch.
And
for
it was
12
like
hours.
it had been a long time since the same like.
I haven't
like recreated
felt that way about a video game.
Yeah.
I woke up and didn't shower and played, and I have not done that. Like, I wake up and I'm like, ew, give me a shower. I'm disgusting. Like, I can't do anything until I take a shower. I woke up and I would just play the game without showering.
We sat on the couch for...
It... from literally waking up until going to sleep. I was on that couch playing... And it was really good for me at the time because I had just quit my job and I was about to move to Canada. Mm-hmm. My trip got delayed like a month or something, and I just had all the time in the world to play this game, and I did. And
it was really good. Good.
Wow. That game was great. Was it perfect? No. But was it great? Yes.
I don't know. It didn't even make my top 15, and I thought about this when I was making my list, and I was trying to figure out why, and I'm just not sure, because it definitely had an impact on me too, and I remember crying watching you play it. I remember crying playing it myself. Like, it's an incredible game, and like you said, like it really brought back that feeling of like being a kid and being excited about like going into this world and experiencing this, and like the graphics were incredible.
15 or more years since I felt that way.
But for some reason it didn't make my top 15. Maybe I'll have to do a little soul searching on that.
Wow. Fair enough.
And no, but it is incredible.
Yeah. And not even a year later, I went to the Zelda Symphony again, and they played music from that, and just instantly, I, like, couldn't control the tears. Yeah. I just started bawling. It was bad.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great... I mean, I don't think anyone would argue with having it in a top 10 list.
That's not true, but...
Well, yeah.
There are some contrarians out there.
People will argue about anything, but, generally, I think...
Yeah.
Well, we already know what my number one is. Allison's number one is Majora's Mask.
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Mm-hmm. But what's Kasey's number one?
Oh,
wait.
Do you have anything else
to say?
Oh, yeah,
no, you said Paper Mario.
Yeah, Paper Mario 64.
Yeah, so I guess, we had some crossovers. Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah. So, should we do some honorable, just real quick fire?
Well, let's recap our top 10s real quick.
Okay.
So, my top 10. Allyson Golden, older sister top 10. Starting at number 10. Everything by David O'Reilly. Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64.
Is this like the end of our essay where you have to recap?
I'm gonna have
Okay.
Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Portal for the Xbox 360 / whatever, wherever you play your games. Mario Party number 2 for... I'm not even telling the numbers. We can do this at the end of the video. I'm gonna cut all that out. Because I forgot what I was doing. Alright, God. We can do our honorable mentions.
Okay.
So I'll just list off my honorable mentions real quick. We don't really have to... or I can, say a sentence about each one. Or we can say a sentence about each one. So, my 5 honorable mentions, and these are in no real particular order. I'm just going to read them off. But Super Mario World, which I said.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country. Great
man.
Music, great memories, good game.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
WarioWare.
Ooh, okay.
I put WarioWare on my honorable mentions because
Which is the first one, I assume.
Yeah, the first one.
For the Advance?
Game Boy Advance. So that game, similar in a way to Katamari Damacy, blew my fucking mind.
I played that a lot.
Yeah, we played it a lot. It was clever writing, funny characters, funny games. I have inside jokes from that game. We quote that game still. And I think about the game a lot.
Drugs. Want to give them a try?
Give them a try?
God.
Yeah, so just a really great, quirky, fun game with good music and just
I think that actually sparked my video game music obsession because there's the ending credits and I would listen to it over and over,
and just the concept of micro games. It's just really fun.
That one, wow. And all those, honestly, all those games were so weird, not really worth the buy, but I would buy them because just experiencing them was really fun.
Do they have a collection out? They need to release a collection. Well, I know some of them are touch games, so.
Yeah, and then some of them are Wii mode sort of stuff, which gimmicky as hell, but kind of fun just to experience it for a little bit.
So if you have access to a Game Boy Advance, give it a try. It's a lot of fun. And then Pilot Wings and Glover were my other ones, which were on your list. So
my honorable mentions kind of all over the place. Okay, so Left 4 Dead 2, as you mentioned. Pikmin 2.
I thought about Pikmin. I've never actually played them, but
Pikmin
they're
is
great.
so...
Yeah.
See, it was originally on my top 10. I was just like, I don't play it that much, but damn. Okay, soundtrack, love it. Got it downloaded. Of course, locked and loaded. The characters are cute. I mean, Pikmin, but it's another series that they've kind of killed.
Oh, no.
Number 3 was fine, but then they've introduced this... Okay, I haven't actually played the side-scrolling one, but I didn't hear anything about it.
Oh, bummer.
Didn't hear anything
You
about
don't
it.
need side-scrolling.
That can't be good.
I just really love I never played it, but I watched you play it a lot. I love the concept of, like, shrinking these characters down so small and living and, like, exploring Earth as, like, these tiny things and, like,
finding
seeing
objects.
large, batteries and, like,
oh my God.
stuff like that. It was just really fun.
That should have been my top 10. I love that game. We could talk about it. Super Monkey Ball 2?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know. It's just one of those games that's fun to revisit and play for a little bit. I love games that you can just, like, hop in and play for a little bit.
And the concept is different than probably any of the other games we've mentioned.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer levels are funny and weird. Yeah, that's good.
That's a
good one.
Thank you. Oh God. Okay. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which I feel like it's a nostalgic mention, but because like at this point I would definitely rather have Katamari than Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but at the same time, would I be the same person today without Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
That game, oh my God, that game, incredible.
Or just Sonic Adventure
DX,
just the first one.
Yeah,
like,
those games were incredible. They're so fucking weird.
Wouldn't put it on my favorite games, but it's just one of those games that I feel like changes you as a person because it's just for that so weird.
For my birthday last year. Not last year, but the year before. I asked for that for my birthday. Like, that game,
I feel like
it's like a cult classic.
Not
it's
a huge
like
Sonic fan, but I had to have some sort of Sonic game on there, and I was like, if it's going to be a Sonic game, it's going to be Sonic Adventure 2
Battle. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Maybe. And we quote it all the time.
We do. I was going to say that.
In the Chow Garden. Like, honestly, the Chow Garden.
And you could transfer them to your Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. So, oh, God. Let's talk about hooking up our Game Boys to our GameCubes. What? With Animal Crossing and the Tingle Tuner on Wind Waker. Oh my! See, we need a whole episode on just talking about how we played video games together.
Yeah.
And then my last one, again, kind of a curveball, Chibi Robo.
I thought about that one too.
Chibi Robo.
I couldn't put Pikmin or Chibi Robo on mine because I felt I'd never played them. But like watching you play them, another similar like interacting in the world.
And
on
that's
a
another
different
like
level.
very Japanese game, which is probably why that's probably like replaced my Katamari. I got confused. It was just one of those games. I think I've played it 1.5 times. Like it's not really something I feel like I could go back and play, but it's one of those like. It was really fun and different and interesting and cute and just kind of stuck with me. Again, they made bad sequels, but that's fine. Well, the park was okay, but whatever. Anyway, those are my honorable mentions. Wow. I kind of like my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
but
that was a nice variety.
Yeah. I just wanted to get some different shout outs to some games. Wow, what an adventure that was.
Whew, we did it. We talked about our top 10 video games. To recap.
Oh, God.
My top 10 real quick. 10,
okay, real quick.
10. Number 10, Everything by David O'Reilly. Number 9, Diddy Kong Racing. 8, Splatoon 2. 7, Portal. 6, Mario Party 2. 5, Animal Crossing New Leaf. 4, Left 4 Dead 2. 3, Katamari Damacy. 2, Paper Mario. And number 1, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Kasey's top 10
Kasey's top 10. Number 10, Pilot Wings. Number 9, Glover. Number 8, Mario Kart Wii U? Whatever. Number 7, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Number 6, Animal Crossing New Leaf. Number 5, Mega Man 64 / Mega Man Legends. Number 4, Super Mario World. Do I need to mention that's for the Super Nintendo?
No. Number
3, Splatoon 2. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And number 1, Paper Mario 64.
Paper Mario. I think it's a pretty solid list. Like, when I started thinking about it, I was a little worried that my list would be full of Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo games just because of, like, that's when I grew up and, like, nostalgia and stuff. But I think we both did a good job of mixing in some modern games.
We didn't grow up with the PlayStation, I'll say that, but I don't know. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Yeah, I guess our list is influenced by, like, our first system was an NES, and we had access to a Super Nintendo at our grandparents' house, and then we got a Nintendo 64, and like that
Our
just kind of
family
cemented.
can't afford like 5 systems. Like we can't also have a PlayStation.
Yeah,
like,
so we
weren't
were
rich.
like a Nintendo family. We were just, yeah.
I'm kind of sad that we didn't mention any horror games because we do have a huge horror like.
I love
a lot of our like
survival
video
horror.
game interactions involve horror games,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm kind of sad that neither one of us put that on there. But at the same
I mean,
time,
I thought
like,
about them, but like,
yeah, I did too.
honestly, I'll just say this real quick. It's like they don't, because they've been made so long ago, they don't have great replay value for me because I get easily frustrated by how horrible the controls
Mm-hmm.
are now. Like I tried to play Silent Hill 3 the other day, and I was just like,
Yeah, that would have been probably the one I mentioned.
I was like, the camera angle,
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
fun. Anyway.
A big thing is replay value, I think.
yeah.
So
But
that is that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what your favorite video games are. You know.
Do you have an Osusume? Like, if you had to recommend one game for someone to play right now, what would it be?
Damn, you really threw that one at me. Paper Mario 64. I don't know. It depends on their access of what
That's
they
true,
have
yeah.
access to, I guess.
that's true.
Huh. That's a good question. Yeah, I can't answer that.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked it because I don't really have an answer for that.
That was
either.
that was a
Sorry, everyone. We can
You're
edit
really
that out.
okay. Well, you can ask. Okay.
All right.
Do we have an Osusume for this episode?
Just make sure you pack hiking or walking shoes if you're gonna go on vacation.
Wow, throw me under the bus. All right, that's it, guys.
All right. We can't stay.
But we'll see you next time.
Don't you even. Goodbye. You little dingo.
I like how.